Hey, all right. We are going to continue on with our Martial Powers Monday. So give me a hot second here to make sure my signal's working okay, and then we'll get on into this. Sounds pretty clean to me. As usual, check down a doobly-doo down below. That's where I post things like my Twitter, which is I just posted to. Y'all can catch me on Discord if you find me. I don't have a channel yet, but I did build a Patreon where all of this content is being provided for no cost for folks to check out the playtest content that we're getting into today. Also down in the link below, there's a link to books that I've published on DMsGuild. They're all 100% free previews, so you can see, how I do what I do when I do it. And let's get into what it is that we're doing. So give me a hot second here to get this out of the way, and bloop. Okay, cool. Hey, great. So this is the 14th session over the past few months of basically developing playtest content for the, let's look at Patreon, Phil Kearney Creations here at Patreon. If you check the link down below, you will see a link to my Patreon, which apparently is taking its time to load. There we go. So yeah, here's your front door, and let's see. You can just look at the public view here. Click over, select the membership level. There you go. So this is my page, and you can see here that I am making RPG content. You show more to the Martial Powers document, which if we open here, we can see is the Martial Powers Barbarian, Fighter, Rogue, and Ranger Monster Slayer playtest content, which I have up, which is the same link that we are starting this thread on. So you don't have to subscribe or join my Patreon to check out this content, but supporting it would definitely be appreciated, both to take a look at the in-command mass combat system that I stream on Fridays, as well as the Martial Powers stuff that we are streaming currently. The playtest continues forward. We've got both martial classes and hybrid classes. Hybrid classes are, of course, being Rangers and Paladins, while martial classes are Barbarians, Fighters, and Rogues. If you check out this playtest content, which I just show you the link to, you can see the Barbarian path that we built to use martial powers, the Fighter archetype that you can use with martial powers, the rogue archetype for martial powers. We built out the mechanics for changes to how Paladin Smite operates, as well as ranger stuff like the fighting styles that rangers specifically get, as well as Monster Slayer as an archetype, a conclave of rangers to use with martial powers. We took the time to flesh out all the different conclaves in a previous session. I think it was session 8 that we have down in the playlist below. But today we are going to continue through with sustained effects. So just to remind you that martial powers scale from 1st rank through 5th rank, capping at 18th level. It's very similar in progression to half casters, except it's delayed a level because of the flexibility and overall usefulness of how martial powers work in comparison to spells. So it's its own system, using a power die, which starts at a D6 at 2nd or 3rd level depending on your class, and then scales to a D8 at 10th, and then D8 at 10th, and then caps at a D10 at 18th level. So if you were to scale up, you'd have 5th rank powers rolling a D10. You could spend, say, 5 mana to, let's say, scroll down to a strike feature. Let's do Delusional Strike. Your damage increases by 1 power die. So, like, say at 18th level, your power die is a D10. So, your damage increases by 1 power die per mana burn. You could burn up to 5 mana, 5th rank. So you do an extra 5d10 damage, similar to how smites work. And the creature must make a wisdom saving throw or be confused. As per the spell description, the creature can attempt to end this effect at the end of each of its turns by succeeding a wisdom saving throw. So it deals damage, does an effect that the creature has to save against using your DC. And So that's the gist of how powers work in general. Sustained powers specifically, again, ranked from 1st to 5th rank. One first rank power only requires you to use 1 mana. Using a mana is taps for concentration. So while the 1 point of mana is tapped, you could say maintain Blind Sense for 1 mana. It says you're aware of locations, any creatures in the same plane existence as you within 10 feet times your proficiency bonus. So at 3rd level, your proficiency bonus is +2. You got Blind Sense out to 20 feet. Locking effect, that's a sustained power. So while you're maintaining concentration, you can do so. If you lose concentration, you lose the point of mana, and you lose the ability to Blind Sense until you reinstate the power by channeling it again, costing you another point of mana. If instead of maintaining concentration, you lock the mana, you would then reduce the total amount of mana you could channel. Like, say, instead of doing while you're maintaining concentration on this first rank Blind Sense, you could still smite for 5 mana, 5th rank, 5 mana. But if you were to instead lock Blind Sense for 1 mana, it would reduce your 5th rank channeling down to 4th rank channeling for the strikes that you're using. If you then unlock and release the sustained power, it restores your max channel level to your max channeling rank to 5. So you'd then be able to again spend 5 mana on strikes and whatever. So there's the activate or channel the effect that you have to maintain concentration. And then if you lock the effect so you don't have to maintain concentration, it effectively lowers your maximum casting rank, but it also gives you the additional ability, in this instance, Blind Sense. Also, you become aware of all objects within range as well as creatures, including walls, floors, and ceilings, and structures in space, though you can't identify things like color or written text in these objects using Blind Sense alone. Blind Sense normally only lets you detect creatures that don't have full cover. But by locking it, you gain access to all objects, items, and things within the environment. So we went through a number of these: close quarter archery, crouching stance, power throw, power armor, power shield, quick assessment, rogue stance, sniper. These were different sustained effects that we had resolved during this session last week. I'm going to get my phone out. We're going to set a timer. It's 1:15 here and now. So let's get a timer up and running for 20 minutes on the clock. And we've got, an hour or so to get through stuff. So let's just keep getting through stuff. Let's see what we can discover as a part of this process. So, close quarter, again, you can grab this document. You can read along with me here in chat if you want, or just take a listen and then grab the document and start playing with it. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you, either on Twitter or best comments to reply directly into the Patreon. But comment here if you want. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks a lot. Let's see. Close quarter combat. All attacks gain grappling strike as above, rolling 1 power die. And if you lock on trigger or as a bonus action, you can grapple as though you are 1 size larger and roll with advantage. So let's go ahead and take a look at what do you gain. The grappling strike ability. So the grappling strike power is a first rank power, so you can spend a minimum of 1 mana to use Grappling Strike, which is when you succeed with a melee attack using this strike power, instead of adding a power die to your damage roll, you can grapple the creature, adding 1 power die per mana burned to your strength athletics check. So basically, at first rank, at level 3, when you gain first rank powers, or if you're a ranger at 2nd level, you gain first rank powers. For that 1 mana, when you succeed a melee attack using this strike power, instead of adding additional damage to the roll, you can grapple a creature, and the grappling roll that you make is increased by the d6. By the time you get to 18th level, that die roll increases by D10. The Grappling Stance, is that what's called? Close Quarter Fighter. This stance specifically allows you to use Grappling Strike unlimited while you have this ability active. So normally above, if you use Grappling Strike, it'll cost you 1 mana every time you use Grappling Strike. But with this Close Quarter Combat, you are basically hard-coding that you always get to use Grappling Strike because you're sustaining 2 mana. But the Grappling Strike is only providing 1 power die, which of course you could supplement with additional mana being spent, assuming that you have more than 2 rank. Like, you'd have to be 10th level. If you lock Close Quarter Combat, it reduces your casting rank by 2. So if you're only 9th level, you only have 2nd rank powers. If you lock it, you couldn't do anything else. You would only have this ability. If you were 10th level with 3rd rank powers, you could lock this and still have 1 rank open for you to use strikes, exploits, and yada yadas. Lock on trigger or grapple. Grapple as though you are 1 size larger, and roll with advantage as far as like being able to grapple stuff like huge size gargantuan creatures. There you go. Let's see. Cloud Strider. Gain fly speed at your movement. Let's see. While this power is sustained, all melee attacks you make gain the Grappling Strike power. Detailed above. Gain 1 power die. That's the word that way for now. This is just basically saying that you automatically get to use the Grappling Strike every attack, and that the Grappling Strike is fueled as though using 1 power die. That's what I'm attempting to say there. We'll see if my writers and editors appreciate that when we get to it. Clown Strider. Let's see. You, okay, while this power is sustained, you can fly with a speed equal to your walking It's 2 mana. It's pretty inexpensive for flight. So lock equals your fly speed increases by 10 feet times your proficiency modifier, and you can hover, and you can hover. Fly with a speed equal you can fly using your walking speed, period. If this power is disrupted, you gain the benefits of a feather ball spell. Benefits of a feather ball spell. Trigger or bonus. So when it's saying on trigger or bonus, it means that when you first activate, when you first trigger or channel the power, as of casting it, you could at that time choose to lock it, or you could choose to just sustain the power, and then at a later point, if you want to lock the power, you can do so as a bonus action on a future round. So none of these powers have a duration beyond how long you're willing to maintain concentration or how long you want to lock it for. See. Let's see. Recuperative Combat. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll, you regain 1 spent hit die. Oh god, that's really interesting. God, I'd forgotten all about this. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, Recuperative Contact. When you roll a natural 20 on an attack roll, lock on trigger. Or bonus. Spend a number of hit dice to heal yourself up to your max channel limit. Spend a number of hit dice. Oh, there you go. Let's see. While locked, you can channel limit. Restore missing hit points. While locked as a bonus act while locked, comma. spend a number of hit dice equal to your max channel limit to restore any missing hit points. Restore any missing hit points. Any hit points you're missing up to your maximum hit point limit. That's probably clunky, but there. While locked, as a bonus action, including the action to channel or lock this power, you can spend a number of hit dice equal to your max channel limit to restore any hit points you're missing up to your maximum hit point limit. Up to your maximum, period. So let's see, recuperative combat. While you sustain recuperative combat, when you roll a 20 on an attack, you regain 1 spent hit die. That's awfully circumstantial. Maybe I want to flip those. Let's do that. While sustaining this power, you can use a bonus action including the bonus action used to channel this power. You can spend a number of hit dice equal to your channel max limit to restore any hit points you are missing up to your maximum and locked. Trigger bonus. When you roll a 20 on an attack roll, you regain 1 spent hit die. Okay. Sustain life link. While this power is sustained, all melee attacks you make gain the lifelink strike power as detailed above, gaining 1 power die. Strike effect, period. Result of the strike effect, period. Lock on channel or when you make a weapon attack. The amount of temporary hit points you gain is equal to the maximum result of the die roll, regardless of the result when dealing damage. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm really happy with that. Lock. the amount of temporary hit points you gain is equal to the maximum result of the die roll. Let's see. Lock equals the amount of temporary hit points you gain from lifelink is equal to the maximum result of the die roll, regardless of the result when dealing damage. Yeah, I'm good with that. Cool. Let's see. Trap Springer. See, while this power is sustained, you become aware of any traps within range, so with line of sight, within range. You become aware of any traps within line of sight. Within 20 feet that are you become aware of any traps within 20 feet that you can see, and the general description of the trap. You become aware of any traps that can be triggered within 20 feet. All right, let's keep that going. I think I started that up again. Good. While this power is sustained, you become aware of any trap that can be triggered within 20 feet of your location. While this power is sustained, you become aware of any trap that can be triggered within 20 feet of the space you occupy. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. You gain advantage on intelligence investigation checks or dexterity checks using tools. Using tools you're proficient with. So while this power is sustained, intelligence and investigation and wisdom perception checks automatically reveal any traps that can be triggered within 20 feet of the space you occupy that you can see, along with including a general description of the trap. Okay, great. So if you make a check, you automatically detect traps and its general description, but it doesn't disarm it, and you have to actively be looking for it with an investigation or an intelligence check. So I like that that exists. I think it does a better job than Locate Traps ever did. But it's a comparable level. It's sustained, so you can use it and then drop it, or you can lock it, which gives you the advantage. Yeah, I call that thicket of blades. Hold on. Look and see if we got a thicket somewhere already. Okay. Any creature that begins its turn or enters your melee reach any creature that begins its turn or enters your melee reach during its turn. Any creature that enters your melee reach during its turn takes 1 power. So far, so good. So let's see. Giant growth. Giant growth. Period. I thought. Period. I thought. While this power is sustained, you can increase the space you occupy. Let's see. While this power is sustained, you can increase the space you occupy. Size and space. Yeah, that should serve well enough. I don't know if it's the best language, but it'll do for now. All right, so let's see. Fierce Blockade. Opportunity attacks. End target movement. When your opportunity attack succeeds, when you succeed with an opportunity attack, the creature must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be stunned until the end of their turn. There you go. Lock. Fierce Blockade itself is pretty good. 3 mana. It's going to be 10th level when you use it. Wow, sustaining. That's kind of like the Sentinel feat. That locking stun effect, though, is really damn good. I do not have a lock effect for Flurry. Okay. Okay. Right. That's pretty straightforward. You can double your speed. Gain a +2 bonus to your armor class. Gain advantage with dexterity. See. So haste, similar to the spell, while sustaining this power, you can double your movement. You can double your movement speed. Your movement speed doubles. Your movement speed doubles. You gain a +2 bonus to your armor class. You gain advantage with dexterity saving throws from a source you can see. And you can use your bonus action to make a weapon attack or take the dash, disengage, dodge action. Dash, dodge, disengage action. Anytime during your turn, lock equals take a second action this round. During your turn. Cool. All right, Ghostwalker, period. While sustaining this power, as a bonus action, including you can become incorporeal. Period. Any round you end within an object, you gain 1 level of exhaustion. And you're ejected from the area, from the occupied space. Returning to the last position you occupied, ejected from the space, comma, returning to the last position you occupied or the nearest location to that space. Lock. Anytime during your turn, you can make a melee attack that is magic. As a bonus action, you can make a melee attack. That's pretty straightforward. Oh, this is coming along. Paralyzed. Lock. The end one effect. Lock on trigger. You to become restrained, stunned, or paralyzed. Period. Let's see. While sustaining this power, you gain 1 additional attack during the attack action. You gain 1 additional attack when you take the attack action. This power doesn't stack with any other power or effect that grants additional attacks during the attack action. Period. Lock equals Bonsu, or bonus action. Let's see. On trigger or bonus action equals let's look paste. Let's see. Rapid Strike. When sustaining this power, you gain 1 additional attack when you take the attack action. This power doesn't stack with any other power or effect that grants additional attacks during the attack action. Lock. So this is a 10th level power, which means that it's going to grant classes in general 1 extra attack per round. Per attack action. For a fighter that then reaches 11th level, next level, instead of 3, it'll be 4 attacks each round. Sustains 3. I'm okay with that. Let's see. What's the advantage that you gain from this rapid strike? It's a lock effect, so it's going to knock you down 3 mana, 3 whole levels of channeling, down to 0 if you take this, so it better be damn good. Rapid attack, huh? Rapid strike. Fast. So fast you're already getting an extra attack. One additional attack when you take the attack action. Hmm. I'm thinking about it. When sustaining this power, you gain 1 additional attack when you take the attack action. The power doesn't stack with any other power or effect. Tappy tappy, thank you. We're almost there. Let's just see if we can wrap these up and we'll call it. Because there are a lot of Blood Hunter features. It's going to take us another session to get through all of these. Jeez, McCrew, that's a bunch. I like it though. It's going to be fun to work on it, but that'll be next week. Right now we're just trying to finish up these last effects. So let's see where we're at. Hold on real quick. Checking the stuff off. Lock his reroll. Lock. While sustaining this power, you gain 1 additional attack. I honestly don't know what the lock effect here should be. We can just go with the gain from rapid strike is made with advantage. Good enough. Let's see. Almost done. So let's see. Attuned. Gain Heart of Artifice. Heart of Artifice should be an exploit. Let's go find it. See if it survived previous efforts. Heart of Artifice. Okay. Oof, 4th level sustain. Jeez. While holding a magic item you are attuned to, even if you don't normally all while sustaining this power, you are Ignoring the reduced max rank channel limit for reducing well, hopefully that's clear as mud. So yeah, attune to magic. Let's go with I'm pretty comfortable with this one. Okay, so yeah, I like auto attunement. I think that's pretty cool. While sustaining this power, attack rolls can't score critical hits. Okay, that's pretty cool. Impervious. While sustaining this power, you gain resistance to all damage. Period. Okay, Master of Fate. When you trigger this power, roll 3 d20 Fate dice. Whenever you roll a d20, you can choose to replace comma, You can choose to replace the result. You can choose to replace the result with any one of these fate dice results. Okay, and there are currently no fifth rank powers. So, Master of Fate, 5th rank power. When 4th rank power. When you trigger this power, roll 3 d20 fate dice. When you roll a d20, subsequently, when you later roll a d20 while this power is sustained, you can choose to replace the result with any one of the fate dice. Each fate die can be used once. Unused fate dice are lost when the power is dismissed. Lock anytime during your turn. Lock on trigger. Bonus action equals keeping the higher results, period. Okay, cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I think this is a good place for us to stop. Where are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 sustained powers as it stands. Plus, next week we'll come back in and we will start Yep, we will convert the Blood Hunter power conversion stuff. And I think that's all we have to work on. Yep, so next week we should be able to finish up these power conversions with the Blood Hunter, and then we'll be able to swing back around and look at the extended material that we have. Dropping down here, we can see we've already been picking up Blood Hunter stuff, so we'll finish that up next week, and then we'll have control and tank type powers, controlling the battlefield and enemy decision making. From there, obviously these are sustained strikes, reactions, maneuvers, and exploits. Once we get through those, we've got a bunch of telekinesis, psionic type effects, as well as simic hybrid options. There's also time shift stuff that Hornet Itako had good ideas about that we have permission to use. And I have thoughts about spell cracking. There's also Incarnum ideas. And feats. So we still have a lot on the plate, but we're only doing a little bit each week. So we're going to go ahead and call it stops here for now. And we'll catch up with y'all next week. Check in with us. I want to say Thursday night, we're going to be working on... I honestly don't know if I'll be here on Thursday or not. I might be doing some Eberron adventure, dungeon mapping. On Friday, we're going to complete spell conversion for summoning and controlling creatures on the battlefield. I think that's what we have. I think that's what we have planned for now. But I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to jump on and just do some stuff during the week. So make sure you like and subscribe to catch updates. Grab my Twitter down below so that you can stay updated on what's going on. Also, the books that I have listed in the link down below. Patreon has this playtest document and all the other playtest documents that we've been working on free for you to look at. And check out my books. So I appreciate you being here, and we will catch you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.